This is the copperhead, the snake responsible for the most bites every single year in the United States, and a species that many people fear. But how dangerous is this snake really? And what should you do if you find one in your backyard?
About a foot from my face is the venomous copperhead snake. This is technically a juvenile. It can grow to about double this size and about double that girth. But when it comes to juveniles, this is about as big as you will find them. The copperhead is one of the most feared snakes on the planet. There is no sugarcoating it. And that comes with how often people interact with them in the wild and also how many bites they are responsible for every single year. But there are a couple of different factors that go into those statistics. Number one is that copperheads, when they are present in an environment, they are very present. These guys are very densely populated throughout the eastern half of the United States. And really, in a situation like this where there's one copperhead around, there's going to be a lot more around. It's just a matter of whether or not you're going to see them in the wild, because these snakes are a master of camouflage. Really, if you see a copperhead in the wild, you should consider yourself lucky. As you can see right here, just in this trail, there's not that much leaf litter, not that many sticks, not that many rocks. It still blends in pretty well. So if it was, woo, okay, this just got a little bit more risky. I'm gonna back my face up a little bit from the snake. Now it is in a very defensive posture. And so it was being pretty calm with me, but I think the motion of my hand is what got it to assume that, hey, this predator knows that I am still here. But don't worry, buddy. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just here to share your beauty with the people of the world. But with that taken into account, the copperhead very rarely is ever able to kill a human with a bite. So let's talk about the venom for a second on the copperhead snake. This snake is packed with what is called a hemotoxic venom. Now what that venom does is it attacks your red blood cells and destroys tissue. So most of the damage you see from a copperhead snake bite or any other snake that has a hemotoxic venom, you're gonna see a lot of necrosis, a lot of destruction of tissue, and basically what it's gonna do is it's gonna destroy your red blood cells, coagulate your blood together and make it like this clumpy jelly. And what that's gonna do is end up leading to organ failure inside of your body. Now, even though the copperhead is venomous, it is closely related to snakes like the cottonmouth, the western diamondback, eastern diamondback rattlesnake, you name it. Its venom simply is not on par with its cousins, and that is mostly a testament to the size of this snake yet again. You're simply just not gonna get that much juice from a copperhead snake bite compared to something like a rattlesnake or a cottonmouth. The copperhead snake is an ambush predator, which means it's gonna sit just like this and wait for potential prey items to roll past. And these guys feast on rodents mostly. So any kind of mouse that's out here in the environment roaming around at night, if it gets too close to a copperhead, it's sensing the heat from that body with their heat sensing pit. It's gonna strike out and it's gonna have itself a meal. The one thing that always concerns me when I'm working with copperheads, despite its more mildly potent venom, is just how quick of a snake they are. They are one of the quickest striking snakes I have personally ever worked with. And as you can see, they are much more quick with their movements compared to something like the Florida cottonmouth. Hey buddy, hey buddy. Most dangerous snake is always the one that you're messing with, right? Part of the reason I wanted to make this video is copperheads are pretty readily apparent in environments very close to civilization. Like the closest neighborhood to the wilderness that I'm in right now is within a mile from here. These guys are usually present pretty close to people's houses, and that often brings up the question, what should you do if a copperhead snake is present in and around your yard? Now, the old-fashioned way, and the way that a lot of you out there might answer that question, is by killing the snake. But I'm gonna tell you, that is the absolute last thing that you wanna do. These snakes are serving an incredibly important role in their environments, and killing this snake is not gonna do anybody any justice. So if that's not the solution, what should you do if you find one of these guys in and around your yard? Well, that means that the copperhead snake is there for a reason, and that reason is that your yard is readily apparent with rodents, specifically mice, which is what these copperheads are chasing. So if you want to get rid of the copperhead problem in your yard, you got to get rid of the reason that they're there. So that means you have to try to get rid of any rodent activity in your yard.
Also, getting rid of any items in your yard that a copperhead might hide underneath is another good way to keep them away from pets and children.
It's pretty rare for a person to get this up close with a venomous species of snake, and I'm telling you right now, the copperhead is one of the most beautiful and visually stunning snakes that you can ever possibly see in the wild. I hope that you guys walked away from this video with kind of a newfound fascination for not only the copperhead, but all venomous snakes in general. So what venomous snake am I gonna work with next? I guess there's only one way to find out. But with that being said, I'm Ray Tiller. I'll see you guys on the next adventure. All right, buddy, let's get you back underneath your rock.